Hi, Sergeant Donohue from Notwa here for Career Day. Do you have a career? Do you know what you want to do in life? Sometimes it's really difficult to decide on a career path. I was 20 years old and I didn't know what I wanted to do. Sometimes it's okay to get sidetracked and start out late. I was the firstborn and I haven't even started college yet. Did you know that 80% of pilots are the firstborn children of their families? But how long have you been flying? On April 10th, 1981, friend Jeff Donohue took me to Lakenheath Air Force Base in England, where I met Simon Dre, a flight instructor. There, I experienced my first flight lesson as a student in a Cessna 150 aircraft. A 150 aircraft is a two-seater. It has a 100 horsepower engine and a two-blade prop. It's about 30 feet wide, 22 feet long, weighs about 1,000 pounds, 1,500 pounds with people and fuel. It has basic instruments, VHF radio, transponder, altitude indicator, altimeter, airspeed, and compass. It can fly about 12,500 feet and go 500 miles, about 120 miles an hour. With my hands on the yoke and my feet on the rudder pedals, I was learning how to fly, how to maintain altitude, airspeed, and heading. Phew! It was overwhelming and challenging, yet invigorating and rewarding. Do you remember that first time you drove a car? It's just like that, times 10. I was learning ATC, maintain altitude, trim accordingly, and cross-check your instruments. Eventually, I would learn ANC, aviate first, then navigate, and last communicate. Well, the next day I returned and took another flight lesson, and then on April 12th, 1981, I completed my third flight lesson. How do you remember that date? Well, after my third flight lesson, I watched on TV Robert Crimpton and John Glenn pilot Columbia Space Shuttle into space. The world's first manned reusable rocket launcher generating more than 1 million pounds of thrust and over 1,000 pounds of US space technology. Later on, I wrote my Embry-Riddle Aeronautical Bachelor's of Degree term paper on the space shuttle. The USA had successfully launched the first reusable spacecraft. My eyes was fixed on that launch. I decided right on the spot I wanted to be a pilot. Even though I only flew a few thousand feet above the ground and I didn't know what the hell I was doing, I felt like I had the whole world in my hands. I was completely hooked on flying. Like a drug addict, I became a pilot addict. Aviation addiction. I left home at 18 with a high school diploma and a driver's license. I did not start a path on my career until I was 20 years old. It's okay to get sidetracked, discover what you want to do, and start out a little late, as long as you get started. So go ahead and pursue and start a career. At age 20, I figured it out, and I started my career. I joined the Aero Club right away and got a membership card with this poem on the back: safety first and live. In days gone by, I proved my worth by zooming low across the earth. I buzzed the farms, the mountain ridges, and flew beneath the river bridges. I've looped and spun and snapped and rolled, and took all dares for years untold. I pressed my luck quite near the line, but not for need, just thrills, that's fine. I've tried most stunts, though it's been said. I've never tried to use my head. So here's a toast to you and me, but you drink both. I'm dead, you see? Enjoy the day, if not the night.